We just helped Brooklyn Dumpling Shop boost their sales by 26% across multiple locations in 5 weeks. But here's what's interesting. We can show you exactly how many people walked through their doors and made purchases after seeing their marketing results. So no guessing games here, no vague metrics. We're showing you exactly what's working for our clients to actually grow restaurants. And after helping over 2,500 restaurants scale up their business, we really feel like we've cracked the code on driving real world visits and sales. And today I'm going to be breaking down exactly what works. What's going on, everyone? I'm Jace. I'm the COO and one of the co-founders here at Dineline. And before we dive in, if you're serious about growing your restaurant in 2025, hit that subscribe button because we release new strategies every single week that are actually working right now for our clients. So we give you guys all the best stuff that's working for us internally and give it to you for free. So let me tell you about Brooklyn Dumpling Shop. When they first came to us, they were already crushing it for the most part. They had a 4.2 star on Google, amazing food, loyal customers, but they had this challenge. They needed a system to consistently bring in new customers across all their locations. And the problem is that some locations were doing well, but some locations were struggling. It really wasn't consistent across the board. So let me show you exactly how we help solve this. To understand how we did this, first, I want to make sure that we're clear on one thing. What we do is send real customers spending real money to restaurants because let's be honest, likes, views, they don't pay your bills. So first thing that we did for this customer is we utilized store visits where we ran ads online and brought those customers into the restaurant where we tracked 1,000 new customers through data-driven advertising. And check this out. Each customer acquisition only cost us $2.13, where I think the industry average is somewhere like $4 to $5. That means in this equation, for every $100 that we spend on ads, you're getting 47 real people walking through your doors. But here's where things get even better. Credit card swipes. We tracked 516 verified purchases from customers who engaged with our ads. This isn't guesswork. We're talking about direct links between marketing spend and actual revenue. Let me break this down further of how we track this. When a customer sees an ad online, whether it's Google Maps, YouTube, Meta, wherever, their phone's location data confirms when they visit the restaurant. So don't worry, this is all private and anonymous, but we're able to see and track that person's purchases through the credit card transaction data. So we can tie in, oh, they saw this ad and then they came to the restaurant. And check this out. We give you a live dashboard showing exactly what's happening at each location. So you can see store visits, purchases in real time, and compare how you're doing against industry benchmarks and adjust your marketing on the fly to maximize ROI. So this is huge because now you're making decisions based on actual data, not just gut feelings. So from working with a lot of different restaurants, here's where we will see a lot of restaurant groups mess up, is they treat every location exactly the same. But here's the reality. Every restaurant serves a completely different audience. I actually shot another video where I break down brand marketing versus more of a local strategy for multi-location restaurants. I will leave a link to that video right here and also in the description below. So here's what I mean by brand versus local and how we applied it to this client and what we do for our other clients too. So for example, if your restaurant is near a college, your marketing might need to be focused on student-focused deals that won't break their budget. As we know, college kids don't have a ton of expendable income. So doing things like, I remember in college, like $5 Jack and Cokes or $1 beers, that's going to make sense for a college demographic. The second thing is late night specials for colleges because that's when the foot traffic spikes. And number three here is these are heavy TikTok and Instagram users. This is a Gen Z audience. So making sure that you're tailoring your marketing to that specific demographic. And then also strong delivery games. So whether it's through third-party apps or in-house, this is an expectation from this demographic and how you can have a restaurant location around a college campus succeed. But take that scenario and then now let's think about that same exact brand, but they might be in a business district location. So these are totally two different things. In the business district, you're optimizing for that lunch rush between maybe 11 and 2, pushing corporate catering packages, email marketing to office workers, or high ticket items that appeal to professionals. So just in those first first two examples, you have your college location and then you have your more corporate location. I might apply a local strategy to both of those different markets because they're going to have different needs. And if you take another location and now you're in a residential area, that also is a different game entirely. So in a residential area, you're going to have family meal deals, weekend promotions like Sunday family nights, or maybe like local partnerships with schools and community centers. And so the reason why I'm giving you these three examples is because personally, this is our philosophy here at our company, is we treat each location like it's its own business while keeping your brand consistent. So we want to hold your brand true, but if you apply the same strategy to 10 different locations, not accounting for what makes them different at a local level, you're going to be disappointed on the returns that you get from your marketing investment. So now let's talk about brand consistency, because I know you might be sitting there thinking, okay, that sounds great, but I don't want my brand tarnished if I'm doing a local strategy across 30 different locations. Well, this is our philosophy when it comes to keeping your brand consistent, but also taking a localized approach. So when scaling multiple locations, you got to nail the balance between consistency and local customization. So in the case of that client that I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, we went with more of a localized approach, but here's stuff that we don't change, right? Your visual identity, your logos, colors, all that stuff, your food quality, same ingredients, same prep standards, your service standards, and your brand voice. So that's going to stay consistent across all locations, but here's what we might flex based on a location basis. Local promotions that match with what your neighborhood wants, partnerships with local businesses, timing your specials based on each location that gets busy. And the secret is keeping your brand strong while letting each of your locations adapt to a specific customer base. Think college versus business versus residential. There's even more than those three, but that's the best way that I can give an example of a breakdown of what would be unique across three different types of different restaurant locations that we often see. So next, let's talk about our Dishio software and how we take that strategy and take it up a notch. So what I'm going to show you in this section is stuff that we've used with our proprietary software Dishio, but you can use these same principles even if you don't use Dishio, and it'll still be very helpful. So let me show you what it takes to get to the next level with what we've done with our software, and this is where things get really interesting. So in the case with Dishio, you can track every first-time visitor, people who are repeat customers, what's selling the best at each location, and how customers behave differently across locations. So this helps us really get the insight that we need to make data-driven decisions. But here's the game changer. What we'll do is use a one-time QR code promotion. Each customer gets a unique code that can only be used once when we'll do a promotion. No more worrying about people sharing or abusing promotions, and then be able to track that on a per location basis. So different locations can run different deals. Your college town spot might be pushing the late night special, while your more suburban location is focused on family meals, and we're all tracking that within one central place. So everything gets tracked automatically, so you know exactly what's working. And I know that I'm bringing up quite a bit just the aspect of tracking your marketing dollars, but if you want to run your business in a smart way and really know how to maximize the dollars you're spending, is you would never go month to month without looking at your profit and loss statement or your cost of goods sold. It's the same thing as using a data-driven approach to your marketing. So I know I bring that up a lot, but it's something that we have here as a core belief at our company to ensure that, you know, every restaurant that we work with has success. All right. So in conclusion, let me wrap up this video with just the talking points that we covered and what really matters. So first, stop tracking vanity metrics and start tracking real customers and revenue through things like store visits and credit card swipes. Second, give each location its own strategy, but make sure to keep your brand consistent while adapting locally. So here's the bottom line. Growing multiple locations isn't about guessing anymore. It's about having a system that tracks real results. And if you're ready to grow your restaurant group, click the link below to book a free call with our team. We'll analyze your locations and show you exactly how to grow each one. And hey, if you got value from this video today, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and check out our free restaurant marketing course in the resources in the description below. This is a completely free course that you can watch on YouTube to learn more about what we do as a company, and I will see you in the next video.